Well, everyone, it's been about 72 hours since I've owned this iPhone SE 3, and this may be my last little update review until I drop my full review about 1 week later of this iPhone SE. And what's really interesting is that as I compare this iPhone to more and more devices, and the more that I use this device, the more interesting it becomes, because I was expecting myself to start liking this iPhone a little bit more as I used it, and I'm still gonna, preface this whole video by saying the iPhone SE 3 is not a bad iPhone. It's just a weird iPhone for the price tag. I love Touch ID. I think the build quality is perfectly fine. I don't think you necessarily need to have, the nicest AMOLED display or the gesture-based design to have a good iPhone. I think the concept of this iPhone is really, really cool. However, I do think for it being more expensive than its previous generation that was, probably a bigger upgrade from the original iPhone SE than this iPhone SE was, it really doesn't make any sense to me why they increased the price tag. That's really kind of astonishing to me. Even if they kept it at the same price tag, that would have been weird. But a very interesting thing that I found about this iPhone was when I compared it against my iPhone 12 mini. The biggest selling point, or one of the biggest selling points of this specific iPhone, is probably that Apple A15 Bionic chip that's within it. I think 5G is great, the extra gigabyte of RAM is awesome and everything, and a little bit of a bigger size battery, that's cool. Unfortunately, that's probably taken up by the 5G that's enabled within this iPhone. But however, when I went ahead and compared this iPhone against my iPhone 12 mini, I actually found that the 12 mini's performance overall was better, at least on the app opening speeds. I did notice that the 12 mini, in terms of RAM management, I think it refreshed one app, which was kind of random. It should be theoretically the same though, because the same amount of RAM. But the iPhone SE 3rd generation was actually doing a better the iPhone 12 mini was doing a better job at opening these apps at a faster point and even loading into certain applications much faster than my iPhone SE 3rd generation. Now, this may not seem like a big deal. That may be like, okay, like whatever. It's a more expensive phone, it's expected. But again, the biggest selling point of the iPhone SE 3 was the performance. It has a newer chipset. It is a newer phone. It has the same chipset as the iPhone 13. So it's very weird that an older iPhone like the 12 mini is even remotely faster than the iPhone SE 3. That really shouldn't be the case at all. And I don't understand if that is a one-off situation. I compared it yesterday, and maybe I can try it again today and update it in my 1 week review. But that's a very strange thing. On top of that, I don't want to hate on this phone too much. I want to talk about some good things too, but the iPhone SE 3's, home button, when I go ahead and click on the home button and I wait for the application to go ahead and close, it is almost exactly the same speed as the iPhone SE 2nd generation. So you're still waiting on those display animations, so you're really going to be getting a faster phone in terms of app opening speeds, but even that, the 12 mini is going to be a faster phone there. So it's very, very strange to me. I don't know what to make of that. However, I will still tell you, the build quality of this thing is still superb. I love this iPhone. It feels just like I like the way this iPhone feels. It definitely doesn't feel like a cheap iPhone. And I actually do like the home button a lot of the times. I like having Touch ID there because if you're wearing a mask, well, nowadays we can go ahead and remove masks. Nowadays we can go and unlock our phones with the mask on, but having the ability of unlocking our phone with Touch ID, I think is awesome. And I do like the size of the iPhone SE 2 as well. It's a little bit tiny bigger than the 12 mini or the 13 mini. It's a little bit thinner, and I think that's kind of cool having a thicker phone. And I think that's kind of cool. Having a little bit of a longer phone is really cool. If this thing was completely all display, I think that would be awesome. Unfortunately, it's not. But I do think this is like the perfect size of a device. But there are those weird things that I have with this iPhone that kind of rub me the wrong way. They're not deal breakers. But again, it's just weird that an iPhone 12 mini, in my opinion, from what I saw from my comparison, was a little bit faster in a lot of the cases than the iPhone SE 3. It should never be like that, especially with a phone like this, which one of its main selling points is the speed. So I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.